Hey guys, so this is another Mario Kart Deluxe Booster Course Pass video where we speculate on stuff because holy fuck, the Wave 4 trailer has made me very hyped, and now I'm annoyed because I've got to wait like 2 months for it. But yeah, let's talk about Wave 4. Wave 4's DS track. According to the prefixes in the data files, which have been accurate for Wave 2 and Wave 3, even though Wave 3 did shake some things up in the order, which we could see again, which could mean we get like a Maple Trio situation, where something that was in the prefixes in a later wave is brought to Wave 4 and swapped out with something. I don't know. Like maybe have like the Wii track move back, so we can have the 2 GameCube tracks for this wave. I don't know. I'm really not sure what they're gonna do because I'm surprised. And yeah, so this is the Fruit Cup prefixes. I figured I'd show the image that I typed my predictions over, which these predictions were very wrong, very very wrong. And I'm not going to do an updated predictions, but I'll predict the Fruit Cup for you, but I won't do separate prediction videos because I've already done prediction videos like twice. These are my updated ones, I think. Actually, no, they might not be. I don't fucking know. I don't know. But basically, we're going to have a tour track, a Wii track, a DS track, and then a Nitro track, which you know is Yoshi's Island. That's definitely going to end the Fruit Cup. So, yeah, unless stuff is shaped around, which might be the orders move between this and the Boomerang Cup. Rock Cup and Moon Cup did have some switcheroos from the prefixes. So, it's something like that, but we are expecting a DS track in this. And we aren't expecting another DS track afterwards. And the blank spaces, now that we've had Yoshi's Island revealed, it really just seemed all those blank spaces are going to be new tracks, which I'm fine with, but it's kind of sad because for like DS and 3DS fans, because we're only getting 4 tracks sort of thing, which leaves us with like 7 tracks, and you have like Double Dash and like Super Circuit, I think, have like 8. Well, by the end of this, they will probably have 8. 8 tracks. So, would have been nice to get one of each. That's what I've been saying. But I don't think that's going to happen now. So, my update predictions for this would be, well, we have Amsterdam Drift already basically confirmed for the first track here. It is Fruit Stores, I believe. Or is that Bangkok? Is that my prediction, Bangkok? Oh my fucking god. It's Amsterdam Drift. Anyway. The Wii track, I reckon, is actually going to be DK Summit to continue with the fucking half pipe theme, with Wave 3. They're going to want to continue that and be like, hey, we have half pipes now, which is really cool. But I could still see Cooper Cape happening. I still think it's a 50-50 between them. Maybe they do want to save DK Summit for like Wave 5 so that they can then have the Kongs revealed. Diddy Kong and Funky Kong. You could reveal them alongside this track. However, I did find a source for what is going on with that. The DK Land track speculation. And that's actually because in the tour files there is a Mob DK track in the files, just name that. And so far those are Nitro track leaks for tour have become true. I don't think Piranha Plant Cove was there, but I know Yoshi's Island was there. That's why so many people were talking about it. But I didn't really believe that leak until now, because Yoshi's Island is in the game. So yeah, it must be accurate. Whether they come to tour or not is a well, I mean, whether they come to the Boost Course Pass or not is a separate matter, but probably because Tour does Nitro tracks so sparingly. So you'd assume if it's coming to Tour, then it's going to be in the Boost Course Pass of this year. And then you got the DS track, which we're all going to be focusing on in this video. I predicted Delfino Square, but my actual prediction, I'll just say it now, is Airship Fortress. If there's only one DS track left, it needs to be Airship Fortress. So I've got a tier list up for the Mario Kart DS tracks. And I've organised the tiers like this. You've got hot, lukewarm, and cold. And this is in terms of likelihood to be in Wave 4, to be that last DS track slot, assuming there's no more. If there is more, then obviously you can take whatever's in the hot category and assume it will come later. So cold is not likely to happen, and hot is most likely to happen. So we've got the tracks here. Obviously, we're not going to cover all these. We're going to cover specifically the DS Nitros that aren't in the game yet. So starting off a figure eight circuit. Cold on this one. I did do a video about like how they could fix figure eight circuit, but they're not going to. Nintendo is a lot wiser than to make your final pick of the DS tracks figure eight circuit. I mean, they did that Toad circuit. Toad circuit's cool. Don't get me wrong, but there's only three DS tracks in the DLC, so questionable pick, to say the least. But yeah, I don't see them doing a figure eight circuit. The only reason to do it would be because of, because there's 8 in the name, Mario Kart 8 figure eight circuit, and that would be quirky. And I have said in the past that I would actually accept this as a reason for adding this to the game. 96 tracks, one of the most basic one. Sure, that's fine. It has 8 in the name, that's funny. But at this point, we can't have this. There's 11 mainline retros left, and I think people are just going to be fucking fuming if you pick figure eight circuit. The argument I've seen for the circuit tracks, and we might as well discuss this now. This is quite a big one. Mario Circuit. I'm now in the hot category 4. I'm at the back of it, but I think there's a chance, and I'm terrified. Basically, in the tour files, there has been these assets for fire shooting ground plants. I can't remember what they're specifically called, but that's what the name refers to. Now, ground plants that spit fire are only in Mario Circuit of DS. Surprisingly, they've never actually done it before. You either have the ground plants like you see in the image that just sit there, or you have the newer ones in like Mario Kart 8 that will like bite you if you get too close. So it'd be cool to see like fire shoot piranha plants. That would be very unique. But it's a Mario Circuit, and it's our last DS track slot. We can't give it to Mario Circuit. We really cannot. We do not need it. But then you have the fact that there's the castle, and I have seen people theorizing that you go on like the last lap, the fencing blocking the way to the castle is opened up. It opens up, and then you go through Peach's castle, then you come back out and you do the track in reverse, which would be really cool. But again, it's Mario Circuit. Please don't do this, Nintendo. I think it's very likely to come to tour. I don't know if they will put it in a DLC. Again, it's the last DS track. I don't think they will. I see people say, yeah, but we're not supposed to know what comes last. But even if we had no leaks, by Wave 6, when we're like, hold on, they actually left us on fucking Mario Circuit. Do you think people are going to be happy with that? They're not. They're really not. Even if they do the cool lap changing stick for it, it's not an ideal pick. I think it's definitely one of the best Mario Circuits, but it's pretty forgettable, ain't it? It's just not exciting to think about a Mario Circuit being added to the game. It's just not. So yeah, I'm not looking forward to it if it does come. Well, okay, that's not true. I think it's a good track, but it's not going to be something that's going to be disappointing if it does come, and I hope it doesn't. But yeah, you got the files and shit that, they're leaning in favor of it. And I've seen this take that because Wave 4 is a new road, they're going to have simplistic tracks. So they're going to have a circuit track like they did for Wave 1. I think that's a massive reach. I don't think that's what they're doing at all. like even in Wave 1, you had tracks like Coconut Mall. You had Ninja Hideaway in the first wave. It's not a difficulty thing. Ninja Hideaway is like arguably the most difficult track in the game. It's so I don't know what they're on about when people say that. And also, it's the fourth wave. Just because it's a new road doesn't mean they're gonna follow that. If they would, then we would have had a Bowser Castle and a Rainbow Road in like Wave 2. They're not following like such a specific pattern. And also the DS track, it can be swapped obviously, but it's in the third slot, which is where Mario City was. But this is like in DS, this was the secondary circuit that comes in like a later cup. I have no idea why that has become a thing in Mario Kart games where you get like two circuits. I've never understood it. At least Mario Kart 8 differentiated it with a Mario Kart Stadium track and then a Mario circuit, which Mario Kart circuit is also a figure eight circuit. Not much hope for you, but yeah, I don't want another Mario circuit. I don't think we need it. I really don't. The only other circuit track I'd take at this point is Luigi's circuit in Double Dash, because the joint pass is a very unique theme and whatnot. But besides that, there's not really a good pick. So yeah, I hope we don't get it. But obviously, as I've said, there is a chance, and I'm just saying what's possible. Now, Yoshi Falls, I seen very specifically from my friend Erin. I haven't seen anybody else fucking predict this. They're predicting it, but she was predicting it for Wave 4. I was predicting something else instead of Yoshi's Island track, because neither of us believed in the fucking leaks. Because we are not very smart. And yeah, but the Yoshi Island track, they're not going to also have Yoshi Falls. You know, it's the Fruit Cup, you know. If there was no, like, new Yoshi track, then I could see him doing Yoshi Falls. But, yeah, I don't see it happening now. I'm very cold on Yoshi Falls coming back. And I do actually like Yoshi Falls, but, again, that would be a very poor choice for your final pick, because we have a lot of fan favourites to go through. Desert Hills, we have Dry Desert. And the same reason why I don't think the Dry Ruins is coming, because you have the desert track in the base game. Even though I do like Desert Hills, I actually really quite enjoy it. I think it's not coming back. Not this game. DK Pass, another track I love, but I don't see it coming back. We have DK Summit, that's probably coming instead, and DK Summit is the more unique choice, because the half-pipes will be a more standout gimmick in this game. And also the Toriak is really charming, because you have like the skiing Shy Guys. And also you could use this track to tie in a debut for Funky Kong and even Diddy Kong to the roster. So yeah, I am also cold on DK Pass. Then you go Bowser Castle, and I'm gonna say lukewarm for this. Only if the DS track is moved in some way, because of how like this is like a proper full-on Bowser Castle, and just because we don't have any other Bowser Castles, we still don't. My prediction for the Boomerang Cup is the GBA track will be one of the Bowser Castles, because they love adding GBA Bowser Castles, which I think is a good pick for this. But yeah, it's gonna be weird because we'll probably have a fifth Rainbow Road with the Wii Road, which is another track I'm not excited for, just because it doesn't stand out to me. You know, I think it'd be decent, like Mario Circuit. But I digress. I think if it was moved to a more like specific spot instead of just like in the middle of a wave, then I could see it being in the DLC if the slot was moved. However, I don't think there is any room for like any mainline retros being cup enders except for Wave 6, the Spiny Cup, which will just be a Rainbow Road. I think it's all either like the Tour City tracks or Nitro tracks. So yeah, I don't know. We might not have to move it anyway. And again, I don't believe in we're going to have low difficulty stuff, which I don't even know what that fucking means half the time. It's Mario Kart, let's chill out. There isn't like high difficult tracks anymore. And a lot of the ones that were difficult were only difficult because the games were very fucked with the mechanics. So yeah, on lukewarm on it, I think there's a chance. Unlike the cold ones, but I think there's just no chance. But I'd be very surprised. I'm very pleasantly surprised. It's not what I'd pick, but I'm all for it. I think it's a really cool and underrated Bowser Castle. I don't know how it would work with 12 races though. You know, you got the spiral thing. It would be very wild. It would be very unique. I think it'd be a good choice. But yeah, I don't think it's happening. Next we got Airship Fortress, and again I'm putting that in hot. It's in Tour. When I was in Tour, DK Pass is also in Tour. I should mention that. But again, they're probably gonna have Summit, etc. Since Wii has more slots anyway, so you can just put that rep there. And I think DK Summit is more popular anyway. Even though I'm more of a DK Pass guy, but I'd probably like Summit in this game more. But anyway, Airship Fortress. This is the most popular track of the remaining DS ones. I'd say it's the second most popular DS track overall, just behind Waluigi Pinball. I think you've got to have them both. I think I don't think there's like a better option there. It's the safe choice for a really good track that everyone likes. It's a universally beloved track. I think it needs to be added. And again, I don't think this is a difficult track, so I don't know what people are saying. Well, it's too hard for Wave fucking 4. We're in 4 now, number 4. Oh my god. So yeah, I think there's a chance. For sure. I was saying I was thinking, it's gonna be in Wave 3. And we had the leaks. And I was like, okay, it's gonna be Wave 4. I keep pushing back on it, but I think it's finally time. I think it needs to come now. And I hope it does. This is like my most worrisome thing is that we're not going to get Airship Fortress. And it's because you have fucking sick fucks making these predictions about Mario Circuit. And now I'm in on the theory. I'm in on it. Oh my god. But yeah, I do think Airship Fortress, due to its sheer popularity, the fact it's already got a very good remake in Tour, I think it just makes sense to include it. Next to Luigi's Mansion, it used to be quite hard on this one, but I think I sit back. It's above Bowser Castle because it's already in Tour, and it's also a fan favorite track, Luigi's Mansion. But I don't think it's as beloved as it was back in the day. Also, we already have a Luigi's Mansion. We have the battle track from Double Dash, which weirdly remixed the DS Luigi's Mansion track. You know, that is not the track that Double Dash has had. Double Dash, I can't remember what it shared. It shared music with something, but yeah, the DS music didn't come into DS, obviously. So maybe they could reuse it for its return. However, I do think it's like it's frequencies and shit. I don't know, music stuff, but I don't think it would sound right outside of a battle track situation. I could be wrong there, and yes, they are capable of reusing music. They did it for Waluigi Pinball. They can do it again. I see people saying shit like we can only get Die Jungle or DK Mountain because they share the same music. We can get both. They're both very popular. But that's the Double Dash situation. That might be another video. I might cover the Double Dash one, especially since we haven't got any yet. We've got all the slots spare, so there's a lot to talk about there. But yeah, Luigi's Mansion, I think we could get it. I think it would be quite a disappointing pick overall. Because it's like, okay, we're not getting Airship Fortress. How about Delfino Square? Oh, we're not getting Delfino Square? Okay, I guess I'll take Luigi's Mansion. It's like the third place most popular track. And I think the reason it's fell down for a lot of people is because I have a ton of nostalgia for this track, and I still think it's solid, but when you go back to play it, you realise the mansion section is basically non-existent. It's just a forest. It's just some gross-looking forest. So it's not actually as appealing as it seems. Like this image here, driving up into the mansion, that's dope as fuck, you know? But yeah, I don't think we're gonna get it. If they were wilding out, and this would mean it needed to move to a later wave, because Birdo is seemingly the only character to be in wave 4, because like trailers advertise as 8 courses plus 1 character, Whether they add another character later on, I assume not, but I guess that's still in the possibilities. We'll find out. Maybe they chuck in Professor E out and he comes with like the Poltergeist Kart I made just very while ago. I don't think it's happening though. He's not in Tour. But if they were going to do like that Luigi rap stuff, like and like even have like a Luigi's Mansion style costume, I didn't need to do that. Like a Luigi Mansion costume for King Boo, and then Luigi as like a Luigi ult. Why? And I've been seeing so many people asking for Luigi in the game. I thought you guys didn't like clone characters. Whatever. I don't think that's possible, but that would be cool, and I would definitely make this a good pick if they like had it come with all Luigi Mansion stuff. But when I get another Luigi Mansion game for a while, I don't think, since we had Luigi Mansion 3 in 2019, you know, it just the timing isn't right for it, I don't think. But it would be cool though. That'd be a really cool surprise. But I still think in general, just a chance showing up because it's in Tour, it's very standout. Even though we do have a Mansion track, the battle track that is a Luigi Mansion rep. And also you have Twisted Mansion, which is better. That's my hot take. It's better. I like it more. You're in the mansion more. Next is Delfino Square. And that's the last one. That is the last one. Okay, no, it's not. You slippery bugger, Rainbow Road. Everything else is already in game. Right. Rainbow Road. Cold. We don't need more Rainbow Roads. And the last one probably is going to be the Wii one. Make it 5 Rainbow Roads, which is an obscene amount. I don't know. We don't need the Wii Rainbow Road. We already got the 3DS one. And 3 others in the base game. I only get adding Mario Kart 7 to Rainbow Road because it's such an iconic track. I guess Wii is too, but I'm not crazy about it. I do enjoy the track. Tour remake does look quite nice. But I don't know. Again, it's unrelated. My point being, it's this Rainbow Road is especially like a pretty forgotten one, so I don't think they're gonna add it, especially when we're getting 5 Rainbow Roads already. I don't think they're gonna do it. So yeah, this is probably the least likely to happen. And that's is Delfino Square. I'm gonna put it back here. I guess above. They're kind of equal. Delfino Square, another popular track, another fan favorite track, but I don't think this is the game for it, the DLC for it, because we get a Tour City track at least once per cup. We're gonna get like a couple to end cups as well in Wave 4 and 5. So, do we need another city track? Not really. Delfino Square is really cool. Like if they made like a slot in at the start of the cup there, instead of being like a Tour City track, it's just Delfino Square, and then you do it for like Mushroom City or whatever. That'd be cool, and that would totally be a way to include it. If like the Prefix leak looked like that, then I'd like, yeah, we're gonna get Delfino Square and Mushroom City. But I don't think we are. I think the right move is to not include them when you have the abundance of city tracks. It would just kind of blend in. It wouldn't stand out. As much as I think Delfino Square is a really cool track, it's one of my favourites to race on. I just don't think it's the logical choice. I don't think it's the wise choice. I don't know though. I wouldn't be mad if I saw it in the game or anything, but I don't think it's likely to happen. My only reason for putting in my predictions was it has fruit stalls. That's my whole reasoning. And yeah, we've already got a city track in Wave 4, obviously. At the start of the Fruit Cup, of course. And apparently it's similar to Delfino Square. I don't know for sure. Even though I've played Tour, I don't know because of how different the tracks are in 8 Deluxe because of the changing laps. But yeah, I just don't see it happening. But it's possible, you know. But I do think it's, at the moment, it's looking like it's between DSF Airship Fortress and fucking Mario Circuit of all tracks. This is just my belief based on the information we have. I still think it's Airship Fortress. I think I'm just being paranoid for no fucking reason. But yeah, I just wanted to cover this. And I'll probably do it for Double Dash tracks if you want to. I'll probably want to. I'll probably do it. I think Double Dash is a lot more intrigue to talk about because we got 4 slots. I'm not sure about a lot of them. There's a couple I am certain on, but then there's the other half that I'm not. But yeah, it's very interesting. We've got a good section of tracks here, but there can only be one, unless they do like one of the Wave 6 Nitro tracks, which is what I've been predicting for a while, is going to be a retro track. But I think they're going to go all in on the Nitro tracks, especially if they tie into characters debuting. But I don't know. There's a chance to get more, is what I'm saying. But I think there will probably just be one, and that one, I hope, is Airship Fortress, and I think it will be. But I don't know. We'll see when the trailer comes out. So yeah, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.